letter.
Good evening, and welcome back to another stream of AC Syndicate with a Jack the Ripper DLC. We're gonna carry on today with, the story, with our second session of it. And we are now 20 years after the main game of Syndicate took place in 1888. And, Jacob, Evie, Appeline, they've all definitely aged and matured, you could say. And that definitely matches the tone of the DLC being much darker and grittier. And looking forward to continue with the historical chronology of, this story part of Syndicate. Though, it's kind of something you would play in order either way, because there's not really much to choose, except for the side content, which, takes place whenever. But yeah, we're gonna carry on with that. Not too sure we're gonna finish it tonight, because I do wanna keep it quite in depth with the side content and the database entries, and you know, that also includes getting certain types of collectibles, like the historical ads. And yeah, my plan is just to make a good amount of progress, I guess, and we'll probably end up finishing the entirety of it in the next stream. Hello there, Dr. Darling. Welcome in, and good evening. Jack the Flipper. Flipping heck. Hello there, Oliver. A letter? For me? Hello there as well, Ava. Good day. Or good evening, rather. I hope everyone had a good weekend and good start into the new week. You stumbled on a crooked letter. Must have been the wind. Yeah, the wind made it crooked. That's how it goes sometimes. Don't forget you have to play the modern story of AC Odyssey. Well, yeah, once you get into the contemporary history slash, you know, contemporary times, gotta play, you know, for the modern day of Assassin's Creed. Surely. Which betrayed you? You got no notification? Yeah, sometimes it can be quite delayed, at least for me, before it actually pops up. And yeah, having a good day over here. Thank you for asking, Arthur. We still had another holiday today, so didn't have to work or anything, which was quite nice. How has your day been? And you played Lego Batman today, haven't you? How has that game been like? So far so good. You got off work 2 hours early, but you're losing so much sleep. The darkest nights here you get is like blue, a brighter blue. So much light, so much warmth, so little sleep. Yeah, I don't blame you. My biorhythm would also probably be quite screwed up if I had to adjust to like no full darkness at night. I've been to Sweden, like the northern parts of Sweden, during like midsummer. And yeah, it was pretty wild, you know, having like midnight and it felt like, you know, midday. And it was like, yeah, I guess I'm not gonna go to sleep. Maybe I take a nap, I guess, but it doesn't exactly get you into the spirit of sleeping. But I hope you're not too tired. That's really cool, Ava. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. It's certainly interesting, you know, having the whole Lego, you know, approach to the story and, of course, the looks and part of the gameplay. But making it so much lean into, like, becoming Batman Arkham Knight just as a Lego game. At least that's, like, my impression. But yeah, that's also good that, you know, the gameplay is actually really decent and the boss fights, you know, are not just like, you know, whatever, but actually interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't mind playing that game myself eventually. I haven't played a whole lot of Lego games, And I think like the base Lego games aren't like exactly my favorite type of games either. But it seems like, you know, it's really doing its own thing there. And I do quite enjoy the Arkham Batman games, so I think another form of experiencing that would be quite fun. Gotcha, yeah. I've never actually seen the original Batman games myself. But yeah, it would be cool to actually see the evolution, to see how much maybe of a new game is also in the older games. Yeah, that's the other thing. You know, like sometimes you just need something completely different to what you might, you know, experience on a day-to-day basis. And I mean, games are also supposed to just be fun sometimes, you know, not having to think about it too hard. So it's nice getting a game like that, you know, every now and then. Same with like shows and movies, you know, sometimes it's nice to just watch something really silly or like light-hearted. And here I am, playing like the darkest DLC in the entire Assassin's Creed history, probably. About literal murders and serial killing in Victorian London. Talking about light-hearted and silly. Yeah, definitely enjoyed the Arkham games. I wouldn't exactly say that they're like my favorite games of all time. For example, they're not like on the same level of fun to me as the Spider-Man games, for instance. But I did really enjoy them, especially the gameplay stuff. That's why we talk Lego Batman, to ease our way into this nightmare. Yeah. Gotta get into good spirit first before it gets crushed by pure depression. But yeah, let's get back into it. So we're actually moving into November of 1888 here. The game started at the very end of September. So just about more than a month has passed at this point. We love the Spider-Man games and prefer them over Arkham. To be honest, in a sense, with a lighter tone, more activity, city, and satirical story, you kind of prefer it over the Arkham games. That's fair. Yeah, for me it's definitely that the Arkham games are so much like the cartoons, I think. This is just from like the little I've heard and read about the game, but they're very much leaning into the cartoon style, right, of the characterization, and they even have, you know, some of the voice actors that worked in the cartoons, didn't they? And while I don't mind watching cartoons, I think in a story I prefer something more rooted in realism, I guess. But yeah, the whole cartoonish thing about the games didn't 100% work for me, I think.
You better keep your distance if you know what's good for you.
I think also, I don't know, liked the interpretation of, Gotham City. Like, for example, I really like the Christopher Nolan movies, and they're, of course, not at all cartoonish, but, like, super realistic in lots of ways. I guess it's definitely, like, a preference thing. They would make, like, a Batman movie in the style of, like, Spider-Man, but, not quite as lighthearted, but darker, then I think I'd prefer that. Yeah, that makes sense, Arthur. I do like that it's a bit more ambitious in what it's trying to achieve. Robert Donston Stevenson. After offering a curious newspaper article claiming that black magic was the motive for the Ripper murders, Robert Donston Stevenson has gone missing. We should find and bring him in for questioning, especially since he admitted himself to the London hospital shortly before the murder started, but was able to come and go as he pleased.
Over here! Hurry!
Really, Matt Berry plays Bane? That's awesome. Yeah, Matt Berry has definitely appeared a bit more often in, like, animated shows and I think also video games recently. Which I love to see because I think he's an amazing actor with a really good range, and, he has such an iconic voice and accent if he wants. But he's always such a fun time. The two most prominent appearances of him for me were in the IT Crowd and in What We Do in the Shadows.
Over here! Hurry!
I actually haven't. I haven't seen the Batman yet, but it's funny that you mentioned that because Levi asked me to put it on Plex today. Which I did. So, yeah, we might actually, like, I guess she was planning on watching that herself, but it could be something we might be watching together, actually. Did you put up to that, Ave? Hello, Varrot. Welcome in, dude.
Help me, please.
And yeah, the Jack Ripper DLC hasn't really started yet today. We haven't really played anything yet, but we're about to. But yeah, so far so good. We've got 4 out of 10 main story missions done. And I do also want to take it a bit more in-depth with the side activities, so we're kind of doing all the, associate activities. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of working on. I don't think I'm gonna finish the DLC tonight, but yeah, kind of setting ourselves up to finish it in the next stream maybe. How's your night going? You have Ave? Well, that checks out then. Not a coincidence after all. But yeah, I've always wanted to watch the Batman movie, but I haven't really come around to it. It certainly looked interesting. As you said, it does look a bit darker. And I mean, Robert Pattinson is also an interesting choice for a Batman, I think. He certainly doesn't have a look of like, you know, a lot of more classic Batman appearances. But that can be interesting, you know, having like a different archetype maybe of Batman. At least, you know, visually. If I die, I want you to eat me. I will, with roasted chestnuts. Leute say that in 1868 too. Yeah, I guess nothing has changed much in London. Who would have thought? It's definitely funny when, you know, they're obviously just reusing old assets from the main game. But it's funny to think about that, you know, NPCs keep repeating the same stuff over 20 years. If not more. Cheers, Rod. Yeah, definitely making good progress so far. At least in the last stream we did. And glad to hear you going well. Hope you had fun also with Deus Ex today. But yeah, it's definitely funny to see, you know, how many games you could technically play set in Detroit that are, you know, somewhat futuristic. Or at least were when the game's released. I wonder if it's just a coincidence or, you know, if maybe the city of Detroit has kind of like lends itself to those kind of stories. That's fair, Ave. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I definitely liked Christian Bale as Batman, but I'm always open to have like a different interpretation of the character. And I mean, those kind of characters live on, you know, multiple interpretations, I guess. Since they're always like reworked and, you know, rewritten in new forms and medias. Yeah, I guess Detroit is just ahead of time. Shipping cargo to the river steamer. And the railway strike in Whitechapel. Okay, this is another duplicate database entry from the main game, and as I mentioned last time, we won't be rereading the same database entries for the DLC. But sometimes we have something added at the end of a database entry, like with a Spitalfields market here. So that stuff we're gonna be covering. Jesus, my eyes. Light reflections here on some of the gear. Well, we have the money, so might as well buy this. The fire spitter. That's certainly an interesting weapon. Let's actually get this one. We're gonna make a futuristic story. Detroit's a setting. Yeah. If it's Robocop, Detroit Become Human, or Deus Ex. Rotate a look, and historically Detroit had a rich automotive industry, so I think it gets used for sci-fi settings that deal with futuristic tech as an expansion upon that. That would definitely make sense, yeah. It's a very industrially, how do you say, like, I mean, it's like very much influenced by the industry, I guess. Lots of people also move there for the automotive industry and working in it. It's also the city where a lot of electronic music, especially house music, originated from.
Help me, please.
I like that in the crew, they actually delve into that as well. Like that game, that racing game by Ubisoft. Because it's also partially set in Detroit. I think that's where the story's kind of starting. But yeah, I think definitely that you're onto something there, you know, because a game or a city that's like so rooted in, you know, industrial work would definitely lend itself into like, you know, further expanding on the technology.
Hurry.
Go on.
You've got to take me to Scotland Yard before my neighbours get to me.
Easy now.
Accused me of being shut the river. What's going on?
Slow down. Atta girl.
They want to kill me.
There you
Oh
are.
my God. I am not Jack the Ripper. Please, please just get me to the yard alive. I'm in a cell everywhere.
That's it.
Well, don't let him kill me, please.
Huh.
What was that? Oh, don't let him hang me.
Where did some of these people learn to drive?
There you go. Easy.
It's not what you think.
Jesus, dude. Get out of the way.
Here now.
Don't let them hurt me. I'm innocent.
Come on.
It's not what you think.
Here now.
Thank you, Miss Fry. You've saved the suspect's life. And no doubt the lives of many of my constables.
I'll be dead. With no way to prove my innocence if it weren't for you, miss.
Okay, we're right next to the
There you
next
are.
main story. Let's do it.
Come on. Calmly.
There's still quite a bit of side activities left in the city of London, but we should definitely have some time still. I mean, the further we get to the end of the game, like to the second half, the more we're gonna play as Jack the Ripper, I think. So maybe I should actually focus on doing all the side activities and then, you know, do the rest of the main story, to be honest. Or maybe what I can do is we're gonna play the next main story mission, and then I think we still have time ourselves to choose to start the next main story mission after that. Because there's a time frame of about 6 days between the next main story mission and the one after. So I think the time frame would lend itself well to do the rest of the side activities then. So yeah, we're gonna do the next main story mission now, and then we're gonna focus on the rest of the side activities. Oh hey, it's White Capo. Yeah, it's kind of funny because when I wrote Lucinda in one of the last streams about what we've done in Syndicate, she was also saying White Capo. Definitely stuck with people. Sounds a lot catchier than Whitechapel, doesn't it? Letters of Intent. Evie searches for the man in the photograph.
Miss Fry, please tell me you found the Ripper.
Murder at Oa's Manor.
People continue to be murdered on my watch. I cannot protect you or your brotherhood forever. Witnesses saw someone matching your description. I shall lock you up.
Weaversbrook Publishing. The man from the photograph at the manor, he owns his paper.
Miss Fry!
I will catch the Ripper, Inspector. But first, you must help me find Weaversbrook before he does.
This way. He must not be seen. I believe Mr. Weaversbrook has a residence near St. Paul's. Now go.
1 second, I'm gonna check something real quick. Ocelova Peter, welcome in, dude. Good evening, and how's it going? I had to relink my stream markers, because with a stream deck I'm basically having like a shortcut to make a marking in the stream broadcast for when I actually start a mission. And every so often you have to kind of like relink that before it works. And yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for asking, Peter. Had a nice day over here. It's been still holiday today for us in Germany, so made use of that by not working. Well, I did still do some work, but not, you know, work. Just need to go there in real life and start calling it that to make it go viral. Yeah. The tone of this DLC would be a great template for Hexer, you feel? Yeah, you have a dark and gritty tone. with a bit more of a medieval flair, like late medieval, I guess. But yeah, I do really like the dark tone here, and I think it's a good contrast to the main game, which, you know, always felt a bit more lighthearted at times. And especially for the setting of the Victorian, you know, London, which wasn't really, you know, a very pleasant place to live for many people. So it's good to see, you know, with a case like Jack the Ripper, you know, how that got taken to another level. But yeah, the living conditions weren't exactly great at this time. Due to Evie's alleged massacre at the manor, police officers will now try to stop you if you perform illegal actions. Evie can't kill innocent policemen. Use your non-lethal fear tools to disperse any police opposition.
Mr. Weaversbrook is my best lead. And thanks to the inspector, the police aren't hunting for me yet. I must be careful not to anger or harm any policeman, if I want to keep them on my side.
Doing okay, Peter? Played and finished the librarian game today. Was good. Nice, dude. That's good to hear. GG's on finishing Liberation. That's definitely, you know, good to get that done, because I know you mentioned that it wasn't your favorite of the AC games. So is Black Flag next for you? And we have like a Christian holiday over here, which is called Pfingston. And we celebrate it on Sunday and Monday. And it's basically like the anniversary of a church type of celebration, like the birthday of a church. I think it's when the followers of Jesus or something, you know, created the church or something. So yeah, that's kind of like what's happening. And it's also when, you know, a lot of confirmation celebrations are taking place. You know, when teenagers get kind of like welcome into the church. So that's kind of like the holiday. Yeah, Kane Librarian. Liberations is still ongoing, unfortunately. Ah, gotcha. I thought you were making like a joke about Liberation or something. So many games with lib at the start. The Latvian patrons wouldn't understand. Yeah, I don't blame you. I'm not much of a Christian myself. And that's even though my father's like, you know, literally a priest. But, you know, you gotta rebel against your parents sometimes.
was keep printing the letters.
He's a madman, a bloodthirsty butcher.
And that's what sells newspapers, isn't it?
Whatever I did to deserve it, I'm so very sorry. What do you want?
I'm hunting Jack the Ripper.
No! Stay away! He sees and hears everything!
My name is Evie Fry. I'm here to help.
Mr. Jacob Fry's sister?
Yes. What happened to these men?
Gone. Taken. Dead. Please. The Ripper has my son. He will kill him.
I will find your son and bring him home, sir. But first you must come with me. Now.
I'll accompany you to the location where my son was last seen.
What can you tell me about the letters?
I showed the one signed Jack the Ripper to the police. Of the hundreds they had examined, this one rang the most true. And so we printed it. The Yard was desperate. Still is.
They hoped someone would identify the handwriting.
No one did. Then I received this.
You thought yourself very clever, I reckon, when you informed the police. I see your little game, and I mean to finish you and send your ears to your wife if you help them. If you do, I will finish you. Yours truly, Jack the Ripper.
I published 2 more until Mr. Fry and my son convinced me to stop, in spite of the risk. My boy was a brilliant journalist, and now he is lost to me.
Did you learn anything from the letters that might help us?
I know only that they are real, and that the demon has got my boy.
Fear is a powerful weapon. It makes us irrational and tears us apart. Jack crafted those letters to do just that. We can't let him win.
You sound as if you know this monster.
Well enough to kill him. In more ways than one, we have both helped to create a monster.
So not going in Nietzsche's footsteps. Yeah, his father was also a pastor, I guess. It's definitely interesting, like when I started reading a bit of Nietzsche, you know, that's certainly something I could relate to, of course. You know, having like a religious, you know, family slash father and not really relating to it yourself, you know. But, yeah, apart from that, maybe not so much. You started going over the cast of LODTDK, and you just realized that the guy who plays Batman plays one of the main characters in Lies of P, plus a minor character in Resident Evil 9. And Harvey Dent Two-Face is the guy who plays Monaco in Expedition 33. That's nice. It's definitely cool to have, you know, so many actors from games you already liked playing.
Ah, my boy. I'm looking for the Bank of England.
It's always nice when you play a game and realize, you know, that or recognize a voice and you're like, hold on. I do know you. Legacy of the Dark Knight, yeah. Has anyone played A, B, C, D, E, F, G? I have. I also played H, I, J. X, Y, Z. O, P, R. QRSTUV. They're one of my favorite games, actually.
Slowly. That's it.
We're here. One of my reporters was nearly beaten to death trying to look into my son's disappearance, just up ahead, on those docks.
And the voice actor for Joker plays 2 big characters in Mouse PI as well. Oh, that's nice. That's another game I wouldn't mind playing eventually. Looks like a ton of fun.
Wait here, Mr. Weaversbrook. I will be back with good news before you know it.
Come on now.
The last Lego game you played when it was new was Lord of the Rings. Now that's a Lego game I wouldn't mind playing myself, at least theme-wise, because I just love the Lord of the Rings movies so much. But yeah, for me, the Lego games haven't clicked yet whenever I played them. But also the only times I played them was with Levy when we played Harry Potter 1 to 4, which we didn't finish. And then we also started and didn't finish the Pirates of the Caribbean one. Yeah, both times I wasn't like 100% feeling the Lego games, but it might also be one of those games that I might enjoy playing myself more, to be honest. Because the screen, the way it's kind of like working in 2-player mode is that it's like always cutting the angle between the players wherever you are position-wise, but it actually ends up cutting out a lot of the what you should be able to see. And another thing in 2-player mode is that oftentimes you don't really get the satisfaction of figuring out something yourself, I guess. So yeah, I wouldn't mind giving a Lego game another try, I guess, at some point. Maybe with like a series, you know, that I just really, really enjoy. Maybe at that point we have a Assassin's Creed Lego game. Imagine the Ezio games as Lego. Oh, sorry, what price? 30 bucks, 30 hours on action. I mean, that's, you know, alright. Nice unintended pun. I think I even missed what the pun was, to be honest. That's how unintended the pun was. You appreciate the Lego Harry Potter games and really enjoy Pirates of the Caribbean, but you think both Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit Lego games are superior? That's fair, yeah. Or at least you like them much more, yeah. I guess it definitely can depend, you know, how much you might also enjoy the media behind, or the inspiration behind those games. And how well they're executing on it. And another thing might also be if you like voice acting or not in Lego games, because they did at some point make like a cut there, right? And now they're only doing voice acting. Hello there, Aura. Welcome in, citizen. How are you doing? Sneaky crooked stream, indeed. That's how I am. Sneaky, sneaky. Lurking in the shadows. Waiting to strike with a short but impactful stream. Just like a hidden blade. Striking. at night from the shadows. Recently finished watching Devil May Cry Season 2, and one of the characters was voiced by the same guy who voiced the president in Rick and Morty. Couldn't take him seriously. Yeah, I heard that the Devil May Cry seasons aren't that great to begin with. But, I don't know, maybe it's a different experience for you. But yeah, that's totally fair, you know, if you associate a certain character with a performance and you can't entirely separate it in your brain. The pun was when he said you didn't click with the Lego games yet. Ah, gotcha. Gotcha, yeah. Yeah, that was 100% intended. I don't know what you mean. I'm smart with it like that.
Rare finds here. Excellent choice. Hope to see you again. There must be something of interest.
Edition for Lego Game Marathon, maybe after Elden Ring, but that's been a long time coming. Yeah. Yeah, I wish I had more time, you know, to stream again. And actually, you know, do all the games that I want to play eventually, but gotta make the time for it. And as long as I'm having this historical project, you know, there's even less time for anything that isn't part of this project. But the good news is we're actually, you know, pretty far now on the timeline, and there's certainly like the 20th century is around the corner. It's actually less than 100 years now in the timeline until we reach the end. But the density of games in those 100 years is, of course, quite different to previous centuries. Killer.
The Weaversbrook lad is on board.
Good. Mr. Jack will be pleased. Who's next?
Some Tory bastard. One of Lady O's girls is taking care of him now.
I could do with a proper bit of jam myself.
Orders are to send lads to the pickup if anything goes sour down here.
Billy's watching the docks. He'll warn them.
I should scare some more information out of Jack's lieutenants. If I can find one.
Guess what you've been playing all weekend? What you've been playing all weekend? Have you been playing the Lego Batman game as well? Or have you been doing like more Pokopia? Lego Assassin's Creed would definitely be great. You also think that Lego GTA would be funny, but that would never happen, though, of course. Yeah, considering, you know, how many kids would play the game and might want to end up playing the original. It would be darn funny, though. You know, same with the Red Dead Redemption. Like, you know, there's that one YouTube video where someone created Lego Red Dead Redemption, wasn't it? That would have been another really fun project, I think.
Something's wrong.
I'm here for you! Shield flag! Wait for it!
Oh, what the fuck? He wasn't scared. No. And I like missed him by 1 split second there as well. Almost stopped him in the act. Ah, gotcha, Peter. That's fair. That's good that it picked up though. And actually got better. Yeah, recently I looked a bit into Devil May Cry myself because I was thinking about playing some of the games off stream on my own time, just as like a, you know, fun, you know, game to mindlessly combat in. Because I really, really enjoyed DMC Devil May Cry by Ninja Theory. But that one, of course, is super different to all the other Devil May Cry games. You know, being a reboot and, you know, being done by another studio and all that. But the gameplay is still there, I guess, and that one I really enjoyed. So I tried playing like a little bit of Devil May Cry 1 actually, but I haven't played far into it yet. Got a blast of a past question for me. Do you remember Eardwolf from The Last Kingdom? Let me Google him so I can just see his face. Ah, yeah, I do remember him. You would play the heck out of a Lego Assassin's Creed. Yeah, it would be really funny, I think. Especially, you know, having like iconic characters like, you know, Ezio. You know, where everyone can get the memes and like jokes and, you know, all that. But it's true, yeah, we got both Red Deads left to go, and Red Dead 2 would be a 100% checklist run as well, so that alone would be like several games in terms of length. You played Expedition 33 Aura? Hell yeah. That's awesome. So I'm assuming you've really enjoyed it, if you played it all weekend. What, do you have like a favorite character to play with in combat? Or like a favorite party? Or it would be funny to have cutscenes based on Assassin's Creed 3 with Connor and Haven taking turns, putting pranks on each other. Like Haven moving a haystack before Connor lands in it, and Connor pushing Haven off the Aquila into water with sharks. I would love that, honestly. I mean, it's always great when you have characters that are totally different, you know, having to work together, but yeah, they could really, you know, take that to another level in terms of absurdity and silliness. I would love to see that. Jesus, I thought my game was about to crash there. Bring them to the Hawks in Deptford. Mr. Billingsworth knows what to do with my guess.
I need to pay an urgent visit to these Hulk prison ships. Right after I find Mr. Weaversbrook's son.
Gonna get Lego GTA before GTA 6. Imagine though. Yeah, I really wonder if Rockstar is finally gonna come out with some promotional material and like new trailers or like, you know, any content. It's rumored that they're gonna start the promotional phase, I guess, this summer, but who knows, you know, at this point. The field mechanic is so freaking funny. Taken straight out of the Dead King's DLC for Unity. And yeah, the raiders were also kinda erratic.
Whoa, what the fuck?
That one is from the Quarry, actually. I forgot the character's name who says it, but I think you might have an idea. Where was I? Whoops. I've apparently got into voice acting mood this evening and looked up who the main character in Greedfall is voiced by since Amita's playing it, and it happened to be the actor for Eardwolf. Oh, really? I wouldn't have guessed that, to be honest. I have to also say that Greedfall doesn't look like a game that I would personally want to play. I don't know if there's something about it that doesn't really vibe with me. But I hope that Amita is enjoying playing it though. Or you have enjoyed it, you're working your way to the paint just now, but you had to take a break. Your favorite team so far is Luna, Xiao and Mao. They do so much damage. Luna basically soloed the first Renoir fight. Oh damn. It definitely sounds like you've done a really good job building the characters as well. But yeah, Luna can be absurd. And I mean, coupled with Xiao and her whole, you know, card reading abilities, which I'm assuming you're a big fan of, for some reason. You know, she has of course a huge potential to buff her allies. So combining like Xiao buffs with Mao and Luna is insane damage guaranteed. Relax, it's just a fire. Yeah, nothing much. Yeah, Rod. I'd actually wonder when I recorded it. It might have been when you streamed the game and I heard it in the stream and then was like, okay, I have to add this. I think that's what I did. Like, recorded it from there. You love Seold's mechanics. She can do a huge amount of damage too. It's wild. That's true. Yeah, she's not just good as a, you know, buff, but also as a damage dealer.
Many thanks. Miss...
Fry, your father sent me.
And he will reward you handsomely for your bravery.
It's you who should be commended. Did you discover anything that could help me stop the Ripper?
My kidnappers call him Mr. Jack. I overheard them mention the Deptford Hulks, where I was to join other hostages.
Thank you. Be safe, Mr. Weaversbrook.
The Ripper still controls the newspapers in London. Help Mr. Weaversbrook convince other publishers to resist the Ripper's terror. Jack's lieutenants, the Ripper letters, and cargo hijack activities are now available. Alright, so basically now I want to catch up on the side activities that we have available here. And also we have a couple database entries. Absolutely, dude. Yeah, the quarry was such a good time. I really didn't expect to like the game so much before I played it, but yeah, it was just so fun to control the fates of the people. Arthur Weaversbrook is the son of Malcolm Weaversbrook, who established a printing company in Fleet Street after learning the printing trade in Germany, and quickly acquired a daily newspaper when its current publisher failed to find his readership. Arthur realized his father's dream by selling one of the first penny papers in London. His newspaper garnered more readers than any other paper in the city, due to its graphic coverage of the Ripper murders, and notably the publication of several of the serial killer's correspondence, the infamous Ripper letters. I'm pretty sure the Adage violence cells can be dated back to this particularly dark period of London's history, and remains true today. Got a new historical illustration here. Fortifications near the sea. This reminds me of AC Valhalla. Definitely. An Assassin's Creed DLC set during the time of a Zodiac killer in the 70s would have been interesting because you also wrote letters to the media that would publish them. Absolutely. Yeah, the role of media in, you know, making or giving serial killers a platform, you know, has definitely really added to the whole mystification of serial killers, you know. Like, people have been very fascinated with the whole thing. And the media played a big part in that. But yeah, that would be cool. I wouldn't mind in general if AC would actually go into the 20th century. I think that's a lot of potential, and I mean, we already had modern days, so it's not like I want to stop at some point, you know, with how modern the AC games can be. They can be quite modern. But yeah, historical modern would be a good combination eventually. One of my dream games of Assassin's Creed in terms of modern settings would have been in the 20s and 30s. And, you know, having it during the time where Abstergo Industries got founded as a company. Would have like a lot of noir vibes potentially as well. But, yeah. Oh, we got some new letters. Dear Boss Letter. Received on September 27th, 1888 at the Central News Agency. This letter was originally believed to be just another hoax. 3 days later, the double murder of Stride and Eddowes made them reconsider, especially once they learned a portion of the letter's earlobe was found cut off from the body, eerily reminiscent of a promise made within the letter. The police deemed the Dear Boss letter important enough to reproduce in newspapers and postboats of the time, hoping someone would recognize the handwriting. A postcard received at the Central News Agency on October 1st, making direct reference to both the murders and the Dear Boss letter, is believed to have been written by the same hand. It is reproduced below. Whether or not the letter is a hoax, it is the first written reference which uses the name Jack the Ripper, in reference to the Whitechapel murderer. Dear Boss, I keep on hearing the police have caught me, but they won't fix me just yet. I have loved when they look so clever and talk about being on the right track. That joke about leather apron gave me real fits. I'm down on horse and I shan't quit ripping them till I do get buckled. Grand work the last job was. I gave the lady no time to squeal. How can they catch me now? I love my work and want to start again. You will soon hear of me with my funny little games. I saved some of the proper red stuff in a ginger beer bottle over the last job to write with, but it went thick like glue and I can't use it. Red ink is fit enough, I hope. Ha ha. The next job I do, I shall clip the lady's ears off and send to the police officers, just for jolly, wouldn't you? Keep this letter back till I do a bit more work, then give it out straight. My knife's so nice and sharp, I want to get to work right away if I get a chance. Good luck. Yours truly, Jack the Ripper. Don't mind me giving the trade name. Postscriptum. Wasn't good enough to post this before I got all the red ink off my hands. Curse it, no luck yet. They say I'm a doctor now. Ha ha. I think it's pretty cool, you know, seeing and being able to read the original letter. And reading that, it makes you realize how close they have written Jack the Ripper in the game. Like some parts of this letter you can also write in the letter you find on the scene. But obviously it's not like one-to-one the same. But yeah, they certainly used the way these letters were written to then write Jack the Ripper as a character, which makes sense. It would have been really good to see. Imagine if it was a mouse that uncovered the connection between the Templars and Abstergo. That would be really cool. To keep the, Maud's family legacy alive there. And also, create a connection through history and modern day. They made a spelling mistake. It's not Whitechapel, it's Whitechapel. I actually had to hold myself back there from not saying Whitechapel. When it was written there. It's like, goddammit, text-to-speech, what have you done? A Saucy Jackie postcard. This letter was received on October 1st, 1888 at the Central News Agency. The handwriting is similar to that of the Dear Boss letter. It makes direct references to both his letter and the murders of the previous night. Those who believe it to be genuine argue that the removal of Eddowes' ear, it wasn't taken away nor mailed to the police, And the fact that the postcard mentions the double event before it was described by the press both testify to its authenticity. Others believe the hoaxer could have gleaned details of both the previous letter and the murders in an early morning paper of October 1st. I was not codding, dear old boss, when I gave you the tip. You hear about Saucy Jackie's work tomorrow, double event this time, number 1 squared a bit, couldn't finish straight off. Ha, not the time to get ears for police. Thanks for keeping last letter back till I got to work again. Jack the Ripper. I have to say, this sounds a lot different than the Dear Boss letter. Especially with a lack of punctuation and all that. Ah, the From Hell letter. Just like the movie From Hell. Which I have on DVD and I've never watched it. Even though I have it for like over 10 years now, at least. And I always meant to watch it, but I still haven't. Imagine triggering a Mandela effect situation with people going, I swear it was White Chapel. Nope, it's always been White Capo. It's been White Capo all along. Hello there, Dex. Welcome in, dude. Miss you too, dude. I hope you're having a good time with Dead by Daylight. Hope it's going well. Hope you're teaching Levy the ropes. Been so long since you saw that movie, you can't really remember much. That's fair. Yeah, the movie is also pretty old at this point. I mean, at least 20 years old, I think. You too, Dex. Have a good one. Thanks for dropping by. And thanks for also giving a shout out there to Dex as well, Rod. So for anyone who wants to check out his channel, he's currently doing some Dead by Daylight. And he's also been playing Assassin's Creed Chronicle China, which he finished yesterday. Hello there, Mita. Welcome in as well, dude. Thank you for the raid, and welcome in, raiders. How are you doing? How was Greed 4 today? Welcome back, Oliver. Welcome in, Maxi. Thank you for giving the shout out there to Amita, Rod, and Maxi. A double shout out. For anyone who hasn't checked out Amita's channel as well, and if you didn't come with a raid, then I would highly recommend doing so. He's currently doing his first ever playthrough of Greed 4, which was redeemed by one of the viewers. And he also has been playing Horizon Forbidden West recently. Is also a big fan of the Assassin's Creed games and also of CDPR, like The Witcher 3. And he often takes the games to an in-depth level by going for the 100% and also the achievements very often. And yeah, I'm doing pretty good, Amita, thank you for asking. Playing a bit more of a Jack the Ripper DLC. I'm not gonna aim on finishing the DLC tonight, but yeah, playing a bit more, reading more of a database, and currently focusing on the side activities. We're about 5 out of 10 main story missions done, so yeah, I think in the next stream we're probably gonna get to finish this. Hello there, Maxi. Welcome in, dude. How are you doing? I hope you had a good weekend. Are you did, Amita? Hell yeah. GG's on finishing the game. That's good, because it was definitely not a short game either, right? Like, you definitely spent a good amount of time on it. How did you like it overall? Would you recommend Greed 4? Mita got to fulfill all his greed. He's been playing in Mita's greed. And yeah, right now what we're doing is we're reading the letters. A letter? For me? From Jack the Ripper. That the Jack the Ripper supposedly sent to the newspapers. But yeah, it's quite interesting because, you know, the way...
Who from?
The way the letters are written, you know, definitely makes you do a connection to the way Jack the Ripper is written in the game. And that's cool, I think. That they seem to have, you know, analyzed some of the letters and the way he's, you know, talking and behaving. So 52 hours overall, you really liked it. It isn't a AAA game, but it's definitely worth it. Not a AAA game, but maybe a quadruple A game though. I don't think it was that bad, was it? Glad to hear though that you enjoyed it and you had a good time with it. You finished Brotherhood yesterday, Revelations is next. Hell yeah, Oliver. GG's on finishing Brotherhood. Yeah, Brotherhood is always such a good time. I absolutely love that game from a, you know, gameplay perspective. I think gameplay-wise it's probably my favorite out of the 3 Ezio games. Just off a variety of like the renovations, the Brotherhood, the tombs, and all that. But also, you know, the advancements to combat and some of the weapons and combinations. You want to see a quintuple A game? Give Ubisoft another 10 years and we might get it. Okay, so we got the From Hell letter. On October 16th, George Lusk, the president of the Whitechapel Vigilance Committee, received a 3-inch square cardboard box in his mail. Inside was a half-human kidney preserved in wine, along with the following letter. Medical reports carried out by Dr. Openshaw found the kidney to be very similar to the one removed from Catherine Eddowes, though his findings were inconclusive either way.
Sir, a letter for you, sir.
A letter? For me? The letter reads as follows. From Hell. Mr. Lusk, saw I sent you half a kidney I took from one woman and preserved it for you t'other piece. I tried and ate it, was very nice. I may send you the bloody knife that took it out if you only wait a while longer. Signed, catch me when you can, Mr. Lusk. Mr.? It's quite interesting how different all the letters are, you know, in terms of the way they're written. This one is even more incomprehensible from the one before, which in turn was more incomprehensible to the first letter. So either way, either the person, you know, slowly descended into madness, which translated into the quality of the letter writing, or it's been written by multiple people. super later meter raid. I like what you did there, Dex, with the rhymes. Did you ever think about a professional rapping career, maybe? Letter from 6th of October 1888. This letter was received by newspaper publisher Arthur Weaversbrook. Few researchers believe this letter to be real, but Mr. Weaversbrook, Evie and Jacob Fry know the truth. This is just the only known example of letters ostensibly sent by Jack the Ripper to terrify the gentlemen of the press, like Mr. Weaversbrook, into printing stories that would spread the Ripper's terror. You were yourself very clever, I reckon, when you informed the police, but you made a mistake if you thought I didn't see you. Now I know you know me, and I see your little game, and I mean to finish you, and send your ears to your wife if you show this to the police, or help them if you do. I will finish you. It's no use you trying to get out of my way, because I have you when you don't expect it, and I keep my word, as you soon see, and rip you up. Yours truly, Jack the Ripper. Postscriptum. You see, I know your address. I think he's the first protagonist of the Doom games, because he's all about ripping and tearing. Letter from the 17th of September 1888. This letter was only recently discovered by Peter McClelland in a sealed report envelope in the British Public Record Office in 1988. Its authenticity is hotly debated, many believing it to be a recent hoax placed surreptitiously in the records. It was first published in Paul Feldman's Jack the Ripper, the final chapter. Dear boss, so now they say I'm a yit. When will they learn, dear old boss? You and me know the truth, don't we? Lust can look forever, hell never find me. He will never find me, but I am right under his nose all the time. I watch them looking for me, and it gives me fits. Ha ha. I love my work, and I shan't stop until I get buckled, and even then watch out for your old pal, Jackie. Catch me if you can, Jack the Ripper. Sorry about the blood still messy from the last one. What a pretty necklace I gave her. Now this sounds a lot more like the first letter. But yeah, if this was like put in the records at a later point and they had the chance to analyze the first Dear Boss letter, then it wouldn't be too difficult to replicate the same writing style. And we have an undated letter. No date available, one of the many verses allegedly sent to the police. 8 little horse with no hope of heaven. Gladstone may save one, then there will be 7. 7 little horse begging for a shilling. One stays in Heanage Court, then there's a killing. 6 little horse glad to be alive. One side is up to Jack, then there are 5. 4 and whore rhyme aright, so do 3 and me. I set the town alight, ere there are 2. 2 little horse shivering with fright, seek a cozy doorway in the middle of the night. Jack's knife flashes, then there's but one, and the last one's the ripest for Jack's idea of fun. Jesus fucking Christ. That is the darkest poem I think I've ever had to read. Not that I read a lot of poetry, but still. But yeah, this is literal serial killer poetry, so there you go. Okay, we're gonna get the fear propagation here. It's basically a snowball effect on the fear mechanics, which means that calm enemies will become anxious if they see frightened enemies. So it makes it much easier to kind of like stack fear effects on top of each other. Let's also get the Torturer. Empowered enemies take more time to collapse and their screams will last longer. Peter random, but just now had to go help your dad skin a boar. What did you miss? Wait, what? Just randomly skinning a boar, huh? Classic. I mean, I get it. I did also grow up on like the countryside. We did also have livestock and stuff, but I never had to skin a boar though. But I hope it went well. Yeah, didn't miss too much. Just like a bit of like just chatting and talking about quadruple A and quintuple A games. Just another Monday, exactly. Just another Monday in Latvia. Ah ja, that's the Dear Boss letter that we read. Random Monday evening, yeah. Do you also get to have some of the boss meat? I did actually have like head boar before, and it was quite delicious. Another manic Monday, wish it was Sunday. Yes. Oh. Come over then.
She must be up to no good.
Should I be concerned? Miss Fry, I have helped spread the Ripper's terror through my newspapers. I want to make amends for my part in forging this monster's legend.
Dear Boss, rumors point to an individual believed to have offered one of the Ripper letters. Make him confess to learn the truth.
Miss Fry, a new letter has arrived to fan the flames of hysteria, which have seen this, the world's first city, slip into primeval barbarity. You must make sure this author will not act.
A letter for you, sir.
A letter?
A letter?
Gonna make some barbecue ribs and canned boar. Ooh, hell yeah. I do love me some barbecue ribs, and ironically, that's what I made today for dinner. It's a nice coincidence. But yeah, literally 2 hours ago, I've had barbecue ribs. And we don't make that like super often either. Like the last time I've done that was, I don't know, 2 years ago or so. Sounds good, Maxi. I hope you have a good walk with the doggo. It was meant to be, yeah. It's funny sometimes, you know, the coincidences like that. Out of like 700 days or so, you pick the one where I actually had ribs. And for anyone who hasn't checked out Max's channel yet, I would like to highly recommend doing so. He's just recently finished his law-abiding citizen playthrough of GTA 4. And is also a big fan of the Assassin's Creed games. Great streamer and also helper of content creators by providing them with many different tools to use. Like, for example, you know, the chat box I'm using is made by Maxi. And yeah, he has many other great tools to utilize, so definitely recommend checking out that as well. Hello, Lucinda, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. And welcome in, raiders. How was the rest of Watch Dogs 2 today? How did it go with Marcus and the gang? Hello there, Simply Mayhem as well. Welcome in. Good to see you. Hello there, John. Welcome in as well. Thank you for joining with the raid. Welcome back, Ave. Hello there, Necro. Welcome in, dude. How are you doing? How's the shoulder? Welcome back, Amita. Hello there as well, Ghosty. Welcome in. Thank you for joining with the raid. That's my voice. You thought that was the game audio. I would have to talk with a very thick British accent for this to be the game audio. How's it going, Lucinda? I hope you had a good time with Watch Dogs. Cheers, Mayhem. I appreciate it. I did also really enjoy your streams when I caught it, when Lucinda was raiding the other day. I loved your energy. Hello there, I'm the Bastard. Welcome in as well, dude. How are you doing? You did side quests today, they're fun. How are you, Lucinda? Glad to hear that. And yeah, there definitely are some really cool and fun side missions. I love all the references, you know, to like real world happenings. Have you done the whole Scientology side quest yet? The mic audio is clean. Hell yeah, I'm glad to hear that. I do use NVIDIA Broadcast, which gets rid of all the side noises. I can basically run the fan at like max speed on the mic and that wouldn't be picked up, which is quite nice. Healing Necro? That's good to hear, dude. Yeah, I hope that healing process goes fast and, you know, isn't too uncomfortable. Also, thank you for the follows as well, Mayhem and Ghosty. Appreciate it. No worries whatsoever, Oliver. Thank you so much for dropping by. And that's awesome, dude, that it's gonna be your anniversary tomorrow. Hell yeah, dude. I hope you enjoy and you have a good time together. Have a good rest and good night. Cheers, Lucinda. And yeah, for anyone who hasn't checked out Lucinda's channel before, and if you didn't come in with a raid, I would like to highly recommend having a look at the link in chat there. She's currently playing for the Watch Dogs games and just recently finished the first one. And now she's playing the second. She's not going to immediately jump into Legion, I don't think. But yeah, gonna play a bit of that at the moment. And she's also a big fan of Resident Evil games, but also games like Bioshock. And how was the game called? Where you run away from zombies. Where you do like parkour and stuff while trying to kill zombies. Dying Light, that's it. For some reason that's always a game I associate with you, but I think it's because out of the streamers I watch, you're the one who's been playing it the most. Cheers, Mayhem. How's the game today? You've been wanting to start the Assassin's Creed games, so you're excited? Oh, hell yeah. You're definitely in for a ride. I do love the Assassin's Creed games a lot. They're like my favorite game series. And, you know, diving into these different historical settings is so much fun. They do a really good job with the world building. And, you know, recreating these historical settings with a lot of authenticity and, you know, the buildings and architectures as well. So that's one thing I really enjoy, and which is why I do these games as part of a historical chronology playthrough that I'm doing, where I play through like a couple dozen games in the order of history. And yeah, we're now of course pretty late in history with you know, late 19th century. We're currently during Jack the Ripper times in Victorian London. So we're trying to do a bit of murder investigating here. But yeah, the game is really fun. If you enjoy a more modern take on history and Assassin's Creed, then Syndicate definitely got you covered. Nice, I'm in a bear suit. I'm glad to hear that. That's definitely fair as well, Mayhem. Yeah, sometimes you need a bit of, you know, calm and show. But sometimes you also need a bit of, you know, action and fast pace. At least that's me, you know. Luciana, you don't know? You think you remember talking about Scientology? Might have been an early Watch Dogs 2 stream that you're not recording 100%. Yeah, we're not talking directly about Scientology. It's more like a reference, I guess, to those kind of cults. But it is a mission where you also have like a modern built church that you infiltrate. And it's where they hold some people hostage, I guess, in front of a screen. I don't want to say more than that because any more than that would be like spoiler territory. But yeah, that's a mission that's kind of like, at least I think it's meant to be like a, you know, reference to cults like Scientology. You too, Oliver. Have a good night. Catch you next time. And no worries of a shout out to Ivor Lucinda. Absolutely ghosty. Yeah, watching Lucinda is always a good time. And, you know, engaging in the just chatting sessions. Yeah, I don't blame you either, Lucinda, for taking a break because both games are, of course, a lot of the same, you know, like with the Assassin's Creed games. And, yeah, Legion, I would say, maybe has also even more content than the other two games have, so It might be the longest playthrough ever out of the 3 games. Right, listener, yeah. Yeah, Dying Light, I have to say, really intrigues me because there's not so many zombie-focused games that have such a great focus on parkour. I don't think. So that makes it quite interesting to me personally. The focus on like movement and, you know, mechanics related to that. John, you really need to finish any of these games. So, which ones have you started or played so far then? And did you have like one you liked the best out of the ones you played? I mean, no need to tell me like every single game you played or something, but you know, if you remember like 1 or 2. Exactly, Lucinda. Sometimes, you know, you also need a little mayhem. Those are your 17 personalities on the daily. Right, that's the one, Lucinda, yeah, with the fake stones. Where you're kind of like exposing the whole like, you know, shtick of that coward. Yeah, exactly. That's what is interesting about it for me, you know, that you have alternative means of dealing with the situations. And I mean, sometimes you might just want to run, you know, like if you're outnumbered by like 10 zombies or something, you know, then it might be realistic not to engage in fighting. So 1 to 4 Origins Valhalla, gotcha. Yeah, Origins and Valhalla are certainly quite long games as well, so not getting to finish them can be easy, considering how many hours are needed to finish them. Whereas the early AC games are much more manageable in terms of length. Are you the listener? Yeah. Yeah, that's quite a bit of fun to be had with the side content in Watch Dogs. In Watch Dogs 2, it felt to me almost indistinguishable between side content and main story content, because it felt like very on par, I thought, in terms of quality and, you know, having like proper cutscenes and all that. No worries, Mayhem. Best of luck with the laundry. Okay, we have to frighten them.
Alright, yes. I know it was not a good idea, but I thought I'd galvanise the public in order to help the poor citizens of this city.
Definitely gotta restock on some fear bombs here. Welcome back, Mayhem. Similar content and story, absolutely. The gameplay is similar, but you feel like Watch Dogs 2 is more difficulty. You've said more than once, it feels like Watch Dogs 1, but with extra steps. But generally the content is worth it. You're enjoying it? Gotcha, yeah. It definitely does feel like, you know, they have more of a focus on hacking and dealing with the environment than Watch Dogs 1 had. So there's definitely more steps required to get, you know, to infiltrate the place, for instance. One thing I kinda like in Watch Dogs 2 is that there are tools to support a non-lethal approach. You know, with Aiden it definitely made sense that you kinda like killing your way out of like a lot of situations. Because it's the type of character that he is, I guess, but you know, Marcus is like part of DedSec and they're like more about spreading a message, I guess, so I do like that you have like stun weapons and stuff and more like hacking focused tools to deal with situations. But I think it's very easy still to get into a habit of using lethal weaponry. I want to play the Uncharted games. They're really fun as well. I've only played 1 to 3, but yeah, they're really good fun. Kind of like if you want to play, you know, an adventure action movie as a game. It felt like you could do almost everything remotely with Aiden. Maybe it's the quest that you've chosen, but it seems like there's more of a focus to having physical proximity access to things. That's fair. In Watch Dogs 1 you're definitely doing a lot with cameras, I guess, and jumping from one to another. But yeah, you definitely have to hack some of the stuff in person, like you said. I could be wrong, but didn't Watch Dogs 2 also have the option to use the drone? The like land drone to do the hacking for you? I kind of forgot if that was introduced in Legion or if it was already a thing in Watch Dogs 2.
Please make sure to come again. Don't kill me, please. I'm bloody desperate. Get your everyday attention.
You have a Legacy of Thieves collection. They told you those are not the first ones or something like that. Yeah, I believe the Legacy of Thieves collection is Uncharted 4 and the sequel to that, like a spin-off sequel. And Uncharted 4 would be considered to be the end of the Nathan Drake story. That's a game I haven't played yet, like both games in the Legacy of Thieves collection. But in order to play Uncharted 1, you would have to play it on the PlayStation, I believe. I don't think they made the way to PC yet.
Come on, you silly man.
Onward.
Yeah, exactly, John. That's true as well, Listener, yeah. They not only make story sense, I guess, but they're also quite handy. In terms of being non-lethal. And like quiet at the same time.
Why don't I come over and teach you a lesson? You sure? You want a piece of me? You think you're safe from me over there?
Keep the heat, pal.
White boy.
Are you off your feet?
Need to finish Lost Legacy. Yeah, that game looked quite fun. I watched Maxi play quite a bit of it, and it did also have quite a bit of stealth in it, I think. The collection has The Thief's End and The Lost Legacy. Yeah, Yes, A Thief's End is Uncharted 4, I believe, and Locke's Legacy is that spin-off sequel. You recently started playing God of War for the first time. It's so good. Did you play the 2018 one, or did you start at the very beginning of the series? You want to play them on order of war? I don't blame you. It's definitely nice being able to see the evolution of, you know, a series sometimes.
Police! What can you tell me about this? Well, speak up!
Schiller! Schiller! Ba, ba, ba.
Hello there, Schiller. Welcome in, dude. How are you doing? So sometimes you can and other times you can't, listener. Gotcha. Yeah. I didn't play the first three until that PlayStation 4 collection came out. That's how I also got them. I did buy the collection like some years back.
What do you know about this? Did you have anything to do with it?
Get wrecked. It's kind of funny when they push you away, but it doesn't escalate fully yet into conflict. Wanna play the OG God of War games again. Never did play the handheld game. Me neither. I've only played 2018 and I played the original God of War. I do really wanna play Ragnarok eventually. You too, Peter. Have a good rest of the evening and a good night. Catch you next time and thank you so much for being here. For anyone who hasn't checked out Peter's channel yet, I definitely highly recommend doing so. He's currently doing a marathon of the Assassin's Creed games, and he's also doing the 100% in all the AC games that he's playing so far. He just recently finished Assassin's Creed 3 with the Tyranny of King Washington DLC, and now he's working on Assassin's Creed Liberation Remastered. So yeah, if you're curious about more Assassin's Creed content, then he definitely got you covered. The last two God of War games were incredible. Yeah, I really enjoyed the 2018 game. So much so that I even went for the Platinum, which I haven't done with many games, to be honest. The 2018 game Ghosty? Hell yeah. I hope you have a great time with it. You good? Played some Dead by Daylight with a fellow German. Oh, did you? Did your PC work again, or did you play through other means? Ragnarok is so good. Yeah, I really want to play it. Just gotta make the time for it. But I do love that it made its way to the PlayStation, to the PC. Unfortunately, that's not gonna happen with many new PlayStation games, I don't think. But I'm glad that it's one of the ones that made its way to PC as a platform. Same with Spider-Man 2, which I also have yet to play. And yeah, I'm doing pretty good, Sheila. Thank you for asking. Doing a bit of side content in Jack the Ripper at the moment. Wish you could play the first two games again. Couldn't believe those were running on PlayStation 2. Wish you could play them for the first time again, you meant? Yeah. I was about to say, you can still play them. But nothing quite beats, you know, the experience of playing something for the first time. That's a truly magical feeling, you know, when you just enjoy games so much. But what I like to do sometimes is watch other people play games that I would like to play for the first time again. For the first time. Because that puts you back into the situation of not knowing what's going to happen and, you know, kind of like the thought process of a person playing it for the first time. And that makes you sometimes remember how it was you know, like for you playing for the first time as well. Oh, nice, John. Oh yeah, getting the platinum on both games. Yeah, same here, Lucinda. You know, what a shame it would be if only PlayStation people had access to The Last of Us. Yeah, it's really a shame that they're gonna abandon the whole porting the games to PC. I mean, yeah, I do get that it increases, you know, the chance of piracy. Then again, they didn't really make themselves any favors by, you know, making it impossible for certain countries to actually buy the games on PC either. And they of course want people to play on their platform and buy the said platform to be able to access the games, but I don't know. I feel like if I handle correctly, then, you know, having PC releases should be like a bonus. But I guess they haven't handled it correctly. Let's see with Resident Evil franchise. I don't blame you. That's me with the Assassin's Creed games, pretty much. That's how I also met a lot of people on Twitch. Like for the Assassin's Creed category. And watching others play them for the first time, or like replaying them after a long time of not playing them. John Pisa, also known as Leather Apron, has a reputation for terrifying prostitutes in Whitechapel. Police dude, I'm helping here. Thank you very much. And has already been arrested and convicted for injuring a person with a knife. He makes a great suspect in the Ripper case. Dude. I'm just standing here trying to read the mission description and the police dude is like, nope. You're standing too close to this mission starting point.
Here, miss.
If he does it another time, then I'm gonna kick his ass. Okay, it was the other dude. That doesn't count.
Help me, please.
And also, I can still read the description, so we're good. He makes a great suspect in the Ripper case, but his guilt remains to be proven. Bring him to Inspector Epperline for questioning.
Please, get me to the inspector in one, please. I'm not who they say I am. I've never hurt one of them poor dollies. They're looking for me now. Oh, please, please, just get me to the yard alive.
So we can't raise a lot of suspicion here, which means we have to drive a bit slower.
Oh, don't let them hang me.
Atta girl. There you go.
Oh my God.
Go on.
Jesus.
Easy, girl. That's it.
They want to kill me.
Here now.
I'm innocent, I swear. going on? It's not what you think.
There you are. Go on.
Don't let him kill me, please. Don't let them hurt me. I'm innocent.
There you go.
Oh God, please, Harry, please, please, please.
Atta girl.
Oh, please, please, please don't let them, please, please, please.
Come on.
Please.
There you go.
What was that?
Come on. Slowly now.
Thank you for your help in apprehending the suspect, Miss Fry.
I'm innocent. It's not me, I swear. Thank you, miss.
Alrighty. Black and white capo. Let's take on the next letter from hell. And this guy's whiny. I know, right? I mean, he's only wrongfully accused of serial killing, but he shouldn't complain so much, you know?
Here now.
Was you going to make some food, but you serve me up? You pop again in a few. Love the energy here. You're excited to see more of this game. Be back soon. Thank you so much, Ghosty. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy your food. And yeah, catch you when you get back.
Whoa!
I mean, yeah, come on, man, relax. It's not like he's on fire. Exactly. Could be a lot worse, you know? Put things into perspective.
Miss Fry, I have helped spread the Ripper's terror through my newspapers. I want to make amends for my part in forging this monster's legend. Even if the author of this letter is not the Ripper, the person who wrote it may well prove dangerous. At best, it's a hoax. At worst, the ramblings of a lunatic who may enact his repugnant fantasies.
Wait. Did the mission fail? Oh yeah, it did. Okay, let's restart this. Whoops. It's fine. Nothing happened.
Miss Fry, I have helped spread the Ripper's terror through my newspapers. I want to make amends. The news agency has received a new letter, apparently accompanied by
Oh, come on now.
Can you believe it? The front page of London's biggest newspaper. I fooled those rozzers.
Keep your filthy hands off me!
I was just having a lark. Wanted to see if I could get away with it. I don't know who the Ripper is, but it ain't me. Ask my wife.
Maybe I will. Next reward, good public relations. What's that supposed to do? I get good PR. Nice.
Miss Fry, I have helped spread the Ripper's terror through my newspapers. I want to make amends for my part in forging this monster's legend. The news agency has received a new letter, apparently accompanied by a human organ preserved in wine. Real or not, its author must be stopped.
I'm not interested in wasting my time. Why don't I come over and teach you a lesson?
broad's attention. Maybe some good will come of it. The East End needs to change. I confess, I wrote that letter, but it was politically motivated. Citizens are starting to demand reforms in this city. The people of Whitechapel need help. Better living conditions.
Ah yeah, so that's why you wrote the letter. So people have better living conditions. I believe it. Oh, okay. So I have to take down all the targets from above. Interesting.
How childish of her.
Hello! The leader of the Rooks is in the vicinity! We'll have to do better!
It's fine. I love the fear mechanics of this game. They're quite fun, even though they're a bit wacky and a bit buggy, but as long as you're not doing like a stealth challenge, they're quite fun to interact with.
I will miss you.
I've got a shilling says they never find you. You won't be drowning your troubles no more.
Now dry those eyes.
Well,
You might say that.
So what does good PR exactly do, I wonder?
Does she think she's hiding?
Let me Google if we can find anything about it, or if it's just like something they just say happens.
Hang on. Where's the rest?
search me.
Search me? A half-ton of lumber doesn't just walk off. Bloody thieves. Very good.
So apparently this might be like the notoriety gang upgrade, which basically means that the enemy gang, in this case it's the Rooks, who are our enemies now, they won't harass us on the open street anymore apparently. If so, that would be quite nice actually, because there's a lot of these guys and they're usually asking for trouble. Let's have a look with these guys if that really is the case. Yeah, it is. Nice. That's definitely helpful. Alright, but yeah, I think this is already gonna be everything I will be covering for tonight's stream. Again, a bit of a shorter session, but it's getting late over here and gotta work tomorrow again because we only had a holiday today, not tomorrow. So yeah, that's gonna be what we call it for this stream. But if we do a bit of a longer session in the next stream, then I definitely think we're gonna finish the rest of the side content and also the main story. We still have another 5 main story missions left, but in the second half, there's a lot of switching back between Evie and Jack the Ripper, so it will be less focused on, you know, exploring the city and doing side activities. So that's gonna go quite quickly. But yeah, let's go ahead and quit for now. Let's have a look who's online and who we could raid. Thank you so much everyone for joining us tonight for more Syndicate and Jack the Ripper action. Really appreciate it. Thank you also for the raids. Amita, thank you again. And also thank you Lucinda for the raid as well. And also for everyone who joined with the raids as well. Mayhem and Ghosty, thank you also again for the follows earlier. No worries for the stream, Aura, thank you for joining and for being here. Hope you have fun expediting. No worries for the stream, Iva Lucinda. Thank you again for raiding and for joining us. No worries for the stream, Sheila. Thank you also for being here. Hope you have a good night, and yeah, hope your PC, you know, gets back to working condition again soon. Cheers, Amita. I hope you also have a good night. Oh, by the way, not sure if I asked you yet, but have you decided what you're gonna be playing now that you've finished Greed 4? Catch you next time, John. Thanks for being here. I like those emotes. You like this music, Lucinda? Me too. Since we talked about God of War earlier, I could have mentioned that earlier actually, but I kind of forgot. But now that you explicitly talked about the music, it's actually composed by Bear McGrary, and he's the composer behind God of War 2018 and I believe also Ragnarok, which is pretty cool. It's the only piece of AC content he's ever composed for. But yeah, he's done the God of War games. You will continue your Remedy marathon. After playing Alan Wake Remastered and American Nightmare, you will jump to Control. Ah, nice. And it's gonna be your first time playing the game as well, wouldn't it, Amita? That's gonna be cool. Control's definitely quite different in lots of ways. But yeah, definitely lots of fun. Especially playing around with the different, you know, weapon types and stuff. Ah, your second time, gotcha. Well, then you know all about it. Alright, so who's online? Who could we rate? Ah yeah, we got Dex streaming. He was doing some Dead by Daylight earlier with Levy. And he now switched over to another game called Hooked on You. A Dead by Daylight dating sim. Yeah, so there's dating simulators for Dead by Daylight now, apparently. We quite liked it, so it would be nice to get back to it. Hell yeah, Amita. Are you gonna do like anything in particular with the playthrough? Are you gonna go for like the 100% or something? That was my reaction, listener. I mean, it kind of looked like a dating sim when I looked at it, but I didn't expect a literal Dead by Daylight dating sim though. Thank you, Ava, for being here. Catch you next time. Oh, you're the Bangarang? Not Bangaranga, Bangarang. But to be fair, Bangarang, I think, is still a bit more legendary than Bangaranga. Hope you have a good night, Ave. You're considering Platinum, but you will see how it goes. It seems easy enough. Most of the achievements are about collectibles. Yeah, that's fair. You never know, you know, what might await you with a 100% completionist run. So I don't blame you for keeping it open. Bangarang is personality, Bangaranga is feeling. I like the distinction. That's no worries, Ave. I honestly didn't mind doing that. I wouldn't want to do like a whole compilation of Bangaranga, but, you know, editing it for like a minute was just barely acceptable. And I mean, you know, if it's something for Levy, then I don't mind either way. But yeah, I guess we're gonna go and raid over for some dating simulator. And see how it goes for Dex and the gang. Exactly, Ave. It's not just a dating sim, it's a Dead by Daylight dating sim. That's like another level of dating sim, obviously. It's actually a funny game. Yeah, it does look a bit like, you know, Monster Prom. Like what Levy also played and streamed. But yeah, you know the drill. If you want to join us with a raid, feel free to copy and paste the raid emotes I put into chat. Levy also got Hooked on You in a library. Is it like Hooked on You a Dead by Daylight dating sim, or is it like other like different types or variants of Hooked on You? I honestly never heard of them, but I also don't play any dating sim. I have a DBD dating sim, gotcha. Well, if it's in a Steam library, then I can also play it. But I won't. I think watching it, that's good enough. But yeah, catch you guys next time. See ya.